Well, hello once again, everyone. Welcome to our CUSD YouTube channel. I'm your host, Pat Olson, as we have a chance to sit down with the athletic director here at Half Moon Bay High School, Mr. Justin Ferdinand. And Mr. Ferdinand, as we talk about athletics and look ahead to this upcoming year, this is an exciting time of the year, the fall sports all getting underway. And what kind of things, challenges do you face at the start of the school year and gearing up for the 2016 and 2017 athletic year?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is just getting all of the players cleared in time so that they can start practicing. I mean, most of the sports have been practicing already for a couple of weeks. A lot of times some of the newer students don't know that fall sports actually, the practices start a week to 2 weeks before the school year starts. So we always have incoming freshmen who come late to sports, who are added late, and so it's just there's a lot of administrative pieces that have to go into play as we get the fall sports year started off.
You know, the kids also face that issue of being student athletes, so the importance that they maintain their grades and they're checking in with their teachers as well, and there's that 2.0 magical number, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we're very, as you said, they're students first. That's their primary responsibility here at Half Moon Bay High School, is to be students, and all the coaches are aware that to make sure that academics is a priority. Football, volleyball, soccer all have mandatory study halls that the teams have to participate in when they have later practices. So instead of the kids going home for a couple hours, they stay on campus, and they go to a classroom and they work on homework. So obviously, yes, academics is a huge priority.
Field issues, are there any that present themselves when you have multiple teams maybe doing outdoor practices the same time, the same day of the week?
You always have that. You always have facility issues where scheduling becomes my responsibility to work with the coaches and make sure that our fields are being utilized as much as they are, but at the same time making sure that things aren't being double booked. We always invite outside groups, third parties to come in and utilize our facilities as long as the high school teams aren't participating on them at that time.
Discuss the tradition here of athletics, because friends of mine from around the Bay Area are always kind of surprised when they hear little old Half Moon Bay High School going to CCS title games and advancing along, because we are a smaller campus competing sometimes against campuses with larger student bodies over the hill in the PAL. But with that said, football, softball, we had a wrestler go to state last year, tremendous cross-country success. Boys basketball has had a really good run. There's been a strong track record of winning, not just competing, but winning at the highest levels here at Half Moon Bay High School.
Yeah, last year was a historic year. I don't know that we've ever had a year here at Half Moon Bay High School like we had last year, where we had 3 teams as CCS champions, football, boys cross country, and softball, and then we had 2 individual CCS champions, Emilio Bautista in wrestling and Kate Nelson in gymnastics all around. I don't think that's ever happened in the history, going back as far as I could to look at the history books of Half Moon Bay High School. So this year's going to be, we've got big shoes to fill, as we do every year. But I really attribute that to the community feel and just the buy-in that the entire community has, not just here at Half Moon Bay High School, but if you look at the middle school, you look at Cunha, you look at the elementary schools, you look at Half Moon Bay Little League, Pop Warner, the soccer clubs, everybody's building great athletes that want to come and play here. And I think when you look at the past success for the last few years, it's kind of fueled the interest and the desire to stay here at Half Moon Bay High School, as opposed to going to other schools that have different opportunities athletic-wise. So it's great. We're just going to continue to hopefully move on that trend in the right direction.
You touched a bit on community, parent involvement. Expand on that a bit, because this is a tight-knit community, and you probably don't have success really without parent volunteers. I think in particular of the wrestling tournament, a lot of parents involved there. The large cross-country meet, the artichoke that's held here, and it just goes on and on with parent involvement.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have an athletic program without the parental support and the volunteers and the people that continually offer up their time and their services to do a myriad of different responsibilities that we have, whether it be volunteering time or barbecuing or working the gate or PA announcing. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I've never felt the level of community support at any school that I've been at. I've never felt this level of community support. I mean, it is present every single day.
You know, people hear the term, athletic director, and I've worked in college sports for a long time. And in that arena, they hire and fire coaches, but really fundraising is a large part of what they do. So here at the high school level, give the viewers a sense of your duties as they relate to that title, athletic director. And you've got the office up in the front there with all the administrative folks.
Yeah. So I mean, the job description is long, and I don't want to go into every little aspect of it, but it's hiring coaches. It's making sure that the coaches are cleared, that they have all their correct certifications. Then you go to the student athletes. Are the athletes cleared? Do they have all their physicals completed? It's interaction with parents and communicating with parents about expectations on a grand scale, code of conduct. We talk about academic eligibility. Then there's the whole side that is the transfer eligibility. So if we get students that come in from a different school, there's a process that we have to go to get them cleared so that they can participate in contests. I have a very close relationship with the Booster organization, who is our main organization that fundraises all of our sports and really funds every aspect of our sport. So the list goes on and on and on, and it's not a full-time position, but it does feel like a full-time job.
I'm sure it does some of the time, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's Justin Ferdinand gearing up for the 2016-2017 athletic year. Of course, the kids in academics, but we have, 600 students roughly, right, that are athletes?
Over 600.
Over 600 of the 1,000, so that says a lot about athletics here at Half Moon Bay High School. Justin, appreciate the visit. We look forward to a great athletic year.
Thank you very much, and go Cougars.
All right, that's Justin Ferdinand, the athletic director here at Half Moon Bay High School. I'm Pat Olson. Thanks for watching here on our CUSD YouTube channel.